Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm sorry. I had to work out some technical difficulties so we can make sure the sound was working properly. That's the only reason I'm late. But thank you guys for joining me. Um, and as you can see in the title, let me go ahead and mute myself on the other screen. As you can see in the title, we're gonna get a little bit messy tonight. Um, in this video, I want to talk about how extreme divestors use black femicide and other illogical shaming to guilt dark skinned women out of having exclusive spaces and being self first, or just to silence black women um, out of talking about colorism when it's necessary. And we're gonna be here for a while, y'all. I got some screenshots from their Discord. I have an actual video um, that somebody sent me. I have some emails I got from some ex-divestors that were in their Discord. So we're gonna read those. Um, I also have an audio I'm gonna play where I interviewed a special guest. Now, if you guys know who I'm referring to, you know that they went live and they accused me of pretending to be a white man that was in my comment section. hmm His name is Rampaging Chipmunk. I'm not sure if he's here now, but I interviewed him last night because I just wanted to prove that, he's a real person. Uh, I'm not him. I don't have to make up accounts and pretend to be white men in my own comment section. I don't know who has that kind of time. I don't know. But I don't have that kind of time. And so, I commented under his comment and I said, "Hey, are you available?" Oh yeah, he's in the chat. Hey Zach, that's Rampaging Chipmunk is Zach, y'all. So yeah, he's here. He's a real person. He's a real white man. We had a really good conversation last night. I still have to edit the interview, but I will play a little snippet later on in this live stream just to show you he's real and to show you some of the things we talked about. We talked about the manosphere, we talked about the extreme divestors, and some other things. Um, so yeah, they accused me of faking to be a white man in my chat box or in my comment section. So I decided, you know what? Let's see if he can come on. You know me, I'm a content creator, honey. I'm gonna make up. I'm gonna make anything out of content. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to get into what the comment said a little bit later. We got all the screenshots queued up. We got the video queued up from the Discord. I'm going to show you how obsessed these women are with me. Like it's not a game. Like I saw somebody in here already saying, "Oh, Chrissy, you shouldn't be responding. Oh, we are all on the same side." No, they're not on my side. They're not. They're trying to destroy my channel. I literally have a live video of them false flagging me in their Discord. And we're going to show that later. We're going to get into all that. But these women are bullying and harassing other content creators in this space. And I think a lot of people are kind of scared to clap back at them or scared to say anything to them because they have this panel of these rah rah big bad divestors, and "Ooh, you gonna keep my name out your mouth, and you not gonna say this, and and so they think that people are scared of them, but we're not. I'm not. And so yeah, say hi. Here's Zach. Let me go ahead and and I don't know, like they said I was Zach. So I don't know how I'm him and I'm talking right now and he's in the chat room. I mean, I'm good at what I do, but I can't, talk and chat in my chat room at the same time. I can't. I'm not that skilled. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, he's a real person. You're gonna hear his voice a little bit later. Um, and so for those of you who are asking, what happened? What happened? I am doing this video because in my last live stream, I responded to something the divestor said about channels like mine who were pushing for Chef Way to be fired. If you don't know the Chef Wade situation, watch my last couple of videos. I'm not going to get into too much detail about that here. Um, and so, I may have spent about 10 minutes addressing them in the last video, the last live stream. And in response, child, they dragged me for 2 hours. I was only supposed to get a few minutes, but I got almost 2.5 hours of bitter bird vester babble. Like, and honey, they thought they did something. They thought they ate, honey. Cause look, it was pretty much a colorist gaslighting fest, and just a whole bunch of conflating and exaggerating about my platform, using black femicide storage, which is sick, to like, try to prove that I don't care about black. These women are deranged. They're weird. And, honestly, it is beneath me to respond, but it's really kind of not, because, I'm with the shits. So I got to say something. Yeah, the birds is chirping, honey. The birds is chirping. And so, and they did this whole live stream. They played their whole hand, the same hand they played last year when they addressed me. And they did that in attempt to silence me, but it's not going to work, ladies. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. I'm going to keep saying your name, divestors. Divestors. Not sure what you're going to do about it, cuz they're so hood rat. Oh, you going to keep my name out your mouth. You going to keep my name. And what if I don't? I mean, what are you going to do about it? And I asked y'all this last time and I didn't get a real answer. What are you going to do about it? Like, I really want to know, because this is YouTube. This is the internet. What you going to do? Come and beat me up? You going to virtually give me an ass whooping? Like, what are you going to do? Like, I told you, this whole child, the ghetto. I told you these girls, it's like a virtual Blackistan. You gonna keep my name out your mouth, my name out your mouth. And why do hood rats always sound like they got a piece of Wonder Bread stuck at the roof of their mouth? Like, it's just, girl, and they want to throw personal shots and talk about how they think I look. Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that later. So anyway, like, I just don't understand. And even though it's irritating and it's frustrating sometimes, and I do get mad sometimes, it's still funny at the same time. It's still funny. Yeah, you know how the Wonder Bread you eating the sandwich, sometimes it gets stuck at the roof of your mouth. They sound like that when they talk. And I hate to say that, because y'all gonna call me classist or whatever, but it's whatever. I'm ratchet too. I sound ghetto too sometimes. But I'm saying, like, have y'all ever listened to like Young Miami talk? Like, it's that kind of sound where they sound like they got something in their mouth. It's, and you gonna keep my name out your mouth, and you ain't gonna mention my name. And I am mentioning you. And what are you gonna do? Like, this is the internet. Like, what are we doing here, y'all? What are we doing? And so anyway, and it's funny to hear, the divestors talk about a false bravado when y'all literally need 8 women to drag me. You need 8 women to dogpile on me and read me when all I need is me. That's all I need. That's all I need is me. And you claim, oh, she doesn't have panels because then she wouldn't be the center of attention. I've had several panels, I've had people on several times. That has nothing to do with it. Just say that you need a panel to carry your channel, and you need a bunch of women to help you attack other women that you came on here to beef with. Because let's be clear, they're a beef channel. They don't like when I say that, but they are absolutely a beef channel. And like attracts like, right? And what you did was you found very catty women like yourself to help you compete with other content creators in this space. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. It's a competition thing, you know. And I keep telling y'all, it's virtual Blackistan. They're like the chicks that come together in the hood in a pack of 8 to jump one chick. That's how it is, but it's virtual. If you get what I'm saying, right? And usually they would never be able to hold their own in a one-on-one. They can't really fight. And y'all know the loudest bitch is usually the scariest one in the room. Y'all know that's what it is, and that's why I put that grr in the thumbnail. It's like grr, grr, rah, and you just bark, and like the bark is louder than the bite, right? It's like, oh, you're not scaring anybody. This is YouTube, hun. Yeah, babe, beloved, it's YouTube. I'm gonna keep your name in my mouth. But yeah, the loudest one is usually the scariest one. The most aggressive one, who's talking the most aggressive, is usually the scariest one. And those bitches over there are scarier than I'll ever be. And they're more sensitive than I'll ever be as well. Because you're the only chicks on this platform that will have 2-hour lives when somebody mentions you for 5 minutes. I don't know who else does that. I don't know who else does that. But you're so big and bad, right? And you want people to ignore you when you can't ignore anybody. And so in this video, I'm going to address some of the things that were said and also show you some screenshots, including a video. And I'm going to show you exactly why I come at them the way that they do. And look, to those of you who hate this kind of content, these kind of beef videos for me, I totally understand. I get it. You hate when I beef because that's not what I built my channel on, right? So you can go ahead and pass this up. You will get some regular content next week. You're getting that, okay? And also, to the woman who was under my community post saying that I need to be meaner to divestors, I'm not kidding you. I got a comment like that. She's like, oh, you need to be meaner. And I guess, she wants me to match their angry bird energy. But look, I can't be as angry as them. I can't be as angry as them. It's impossible. I'm actually a happy black woman. I don't just say that I'm happy and carefree on the internet like they do, and then proceed to rage like psych ward patients later on in their videos, sounding the exact opposite of a happy black woman. That's not me. I can't be like that because it's not me. So if you're expecting me to match their energy in this video, yeah, I'm gonna get a little catty or whatever, but I'm not gonna match their energy. What I will do though is go point for point and address their response with logic, and of course, some shade and humor, because y'all know that's how I do, right? Now, before we go any further, let's discuss what they said about content theft accusations. Yeah, I Come in Peace says they doing this all for Chef Wade. Do they want him? Girl, we gonna get into what they said about him too, because it was a lot of virtual dick sucking going on, honey. And I just don't understand. For Chef Wade, honey, it's wild out here in these streets, these birdvester streets, honey. I just don't know. So let's address these content theft accusations. Now, this would make a little bit more sense coming from women who actually had platforms before me, but not from bitches who only been in this sector for 2 years and were listening and literally super chatting me when they first got started. And it's comical to hear from them that I'm still in commentary and I don't have an original thought from bitches who copied their whole format from divestors that were here before you. You know, the one y'all call Minnie Mouse? Yeah, her. You copied your whole thing from her. And I've also heard you divestors and others use my talking points verbatim. You've also done videos about topics after I've done them. I've actually heard you repeat what I said about the trickle down concept. And I mean, if you want to go back and forth, I can try to find that video and see which one it was and play it in my next response. I mean, I don't know what you want to do, but I heard you say it. I heard you repeat me. Yeah, you did that. So stop acting like you don't steal from people. You can't claim ownership of these talking points when you came after everybody. All of the talking points you used were already here when you got here, and you think somebody is really copying you, like you bring anything new to this discussion. You don't. And nobody stole your passport bros talking points. I had a paywall for y'all. I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember. I have a paywall video I did about a passport bro that responded to my content on TikTok. That was what, like a month ago, and I was telling y'all, hey, I don't care. Black women shouldn't care. Then I had a week before the last video I made about passport bros, mentioning them and how I don't care. And let's talk about this too. Paris Milan did a video before y'all did about the passport bros and how it wasn't black women's fight. I'm not sure if it's still up, but she said it first. So did you copy her because she was first? The argument is stupid, y'all. The argument is stupid. You're not the only one that knows one plus one is two. It's not hard to reach similar conclusions about the same topics. Nobody's stealing from you. It's not hard to reach the same conclusions. And like I said, y'all would know because you came after everybody and you grabbed little pieces from everybody and made a platform. So sorry, babe, you have no legs to stand on with this. And they said something about, oh, your last four videos, the last four videos you made or are copies of our videos. And I'm like, it couldn't be because I haven't been watching your content before I heard the commentary you made about Chef Way. You watched my last four videos clearly, but I didn't watch yours. And that's another thing. I thought you didn't watch my content. But you know everything I said in my last four videos, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. And then another thing that's weird, how do I still divested talking points and say everything y'all say, but then you say I don't give solutions? If you claim that you give solutions and I'm copying you, wouldn't that mean I'm giving solutions? It's not like it's not making sense. And also, I don't claim to be the originator of colorism content. The conversation, let me tell y'all something about colorism content and just, colorism conversation in general in the black community. The conversation has been around too long for anyone to claim it, including Miss Darkism, that a lot of y'all like to throw in my face. And let's be real, y'all don't like her either. You don't like her just like you don't like me. She's just a pawn in this whole thing. That's what y'all use her for. Y'all use women like her because she's mentally ill. Let's just be honest about that. Y'all use a mentally ill woman who wants to say that everybody stole the colorism topic from her to go against me. That is like y'all favorite trump card for some reason. And everybody knows she's ridiculous and nobody stole her content. I mean, she's accusing celebrities of stealing the colorism content from her. So at this point, like, to use her for some type of credibility, like, that just shows how desperate y'all are. To use her of all people. Nobody stole her concept because Alice Walker coined colorism and kickstarted the discussion and nobody else. So if we're going to give credit, we're just going to give credit to Alice Walker. So you can try again because that argument been weak. And another thing, you thought you got me with the gun on the nightstand story, didn't you? You thought you ate with that, didn't you? Like you thought you was doing something. What, you thought I was gonna run from that? Look, I live in Indiana, beloved. We love our guns. I'm sorry. What you want me to do about it? I'm sorry. What you want me to do? Most of the men of all races that I've dated carry, and they're pro 2A. And the way y'all swear y'all date conservative white men, it seems like you wouldn't be shocked by the statement I made about guns. And to be honest, you probably weren't. You just wanted to use that as a gotcha moment. And once again, you try to tie in black femicide victims to manipulate your audience and try to make it something that it wasn't. Cause you're sick in the fucking head, bitch. But you know that I've always told my audience, I've always encouraged black women to practice self-defense, learn the gun laws in their state, protect themselves, and I've shared resources for that. I've always been pro 2A. I've always said that I carry a firearm. I have multiple. So you don't have anything with that. Try again. You still ain't shutting me up. So try to repeat another story I told and I'll come back and respond to that one too. You're not running anybody off the internet. You're not going to bully people by using stories I told my audience on the internet. I told them because I don't care. I told them because I'm not embarrassed about it. So I don't know why you think you can repeat it and try to embarrass me and I guess shut me up. I'm still going to have your name in my mouth. Divestors. It doesn't matter what story you repeat. I'm still going to talk about you. And again, what are you going to do about it? Now, let's get into really the meat of this. Thank you, Resonating Soul. She says, "Ooh, I'm here from Indiana. Love you, Chrissy. Hey, boo. A fellow Hoosier in the house." So, really, what I want to really, this is like the meat here. I want you guys to really listen to what I'm saying here. I want to discuss how these women use black femicide to try to shame dark skinned women into ignoring colorism or just try to make us feel guilty for having a colorism space. They are you it's very manipulative and honestly very sick and diabolical the way they're using slain black women to come at colorism channels or colorism commentators. It's really disgusting. It's this sick, manipulative game they're playing with black femicide victims, using them as a smokescreen to hide their colorism. And it's been going on for a long time in this space. And it's time to call it out because it's some sick shit. So here's what they do, right? They conflate my colorism space with spaces specifically for black femicide, in which we're all aware that they serve two different purposes, right? We're all aware that platforms that highlight black femicide and platforms that talk about colorism and corrective promotion or hypergamy or leveling up, we all know that they serve different purposes, right? But what they'll do, they'll conflate them. Thank you guys for complimenting on the layout. I appreciate it. I'm trying to step my game up a little bit, you know. We'll talk about that later, how people like been reposting my content. So I had to make my logo like my name because people are out here like literally reposting content on other, it's crazy. And it's very hard for YouTube to ask YouTube to take it down. So that's the reason I changed my logo. But anyway, and so they conflate different platforms, right? With black femicide. And then they'll pull up a light skinned femicide victim and say, see, because you have a space for dark skinned women, you don't care about this light skinned woman who was unalived, right? And what do you think that's going to do to black women listening, right? It's going to like make them feel guilty, right? Because they're comparing apples to oranges. They're comparing colorism platforms to femicide platforms, right? Or they'll say something like, oh, they'll pull up a dark skinned victim and say, "Oh, you didn't cover her story, so you don't care about dark skinned women," right? You do you see the game they're playing here? They're purposely bringing up femicide, which is like I've always said, it's a way more important issue than colorism. I've always said that, but they're bringing those stories up to guilt dark skinned women out of having a platform, right? This is some of the sickest, most colorist gaslighting shit I've ever seen, y'all. It is some of the most sickest shit I've ever seen. JQ says, "Yay, happy to get content from you. Loving the logo slash style." Also, someone is naming other content creators in the chat. Um, are any mods in here? Because if anybody is mentioning names in the chat, block them, please. Thank you. Um, yeah, I'm not a black femicide channel, right? And let me explain it like this. There are so many spaces for black women that don't center black femicide that even other divestors have, right? These women talk about, oh, divestors don't do this. Divestors have spaces that don't talk about femicide too. They have spaces for black women who travel, black women expats, spaces for black women who swirl and do, family content and lifestyle content. Black women got spaces on here for black women in luxury. There are divested channels that do celebrity and trending content. Okay, Kyra, I'm gonna make you a mod. Hold on. Where the mods at? Oh, now I can't find your screen name. Jesus, hold on. Oh wait, Beulah's in here. Beulah, I'm gonna make you a mod. I know Beulah. I interviewed Beulah. Please help moderate and block these trolls who are saying names in the chat and just the people who are trolling. Um, thank you, Beulah. Yeah, Kaya, I'm gonna make you a mod too. Okay, so we got two more mods in the house. So yeah, help me out, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cause like, the trolls be really diverting the conversation. And y'all, please stop letting them do that. Please stop. And so yeah, so my point is like this, like divestors have other channels that don't talk about black femicide, right? There are so many channels that do content for black women that don't highlight black femicide victims. But divestors are guilting dark skinned women that have platforms that focus on promotion and leveling up. For the most part, that's what we focus on over here, right? The divestors are guilting dark skinned women who have platforms the most for not highlighting black femicide stories every day like they do. And I have seen them call out like the Hotep black women, the pro black women, but not as much as they do me. They don't drag them like they do me and be like, oh, you don't care and all this stuff. And the only explanation for them, the divestors, not holding other non black femicide pages to that same standard is that you're colorist. You're just using black femicide to shut us up. There's no other logical explanation whatsoever that would make you single out my platform like that and expect me to do the same exact content that you do when you don't do this to any other platform. You don't do this to any other black woman centered platform, especially the divestors who don't center black femicide. So the only reason you're singling me out is because you are triggered that dark skinned women have a platform to talk about colorism and promotion and representation. And if y'all don't think that is some sick shit to like use black femicide victims in a real phony way like that to discredit somebody's platform, I don't know what to tell you. Like you don't get it at this point, and I question everything you say when you say you care about black women. Because anybody who's doing that is sick. They don't care about black women. And some of these screenshots I'm gonna show you, you'll see what I'm saying. For you to use slain black women to push your colorist crybaby agenda because you're mad at what I said about colorist light skinned bitches like you're sick. Don't ever come at me about Asia McGowan when you're using dead black women with your sick, twisted ass to guilt dark skinned women out of having a space with a different niche than yours. You don't do that to nobody else. You don't do that to anybody else. Where's your video, sweetie, about the light skinned women in the golden sphere? Since y'all brought them up, since y'all know who they are, where's your video coming at them for not centering black femicide? Huh? Where's your video on them? Where's your 2-hour video on them? Yeah, they're sociopaths. They're sick. But where's your video on them? Anybody who doesn't see your selective, manipulative, colorist mind games, you're dumb as hell. And I'm sorry. I know y'all hate when I say that about black women who follow these type of chicks, but you're dumb. Or you're either just colorist. It's one or the other. Then y'all talk about, oh, we don't care and we want to wallow in pain with other dark skinned women and trauma bond, as if you don't do that on your channel every other day and try to stop other content creators for having spaces for other things. And I'll keep saying, even though I've covered black femicide stories in the past, that is not what my channel is about. And nothing is wrong with that. Just like it's nothing wrong with the divestment channels that are about other things. It's not a cop out. I've never hopped on a bandwagon. My channel has never been a black femicide channel, and nothing is wrong with that. And I've been very open and honest about that. And something else these manipulative sociopaths did was try to conflate my concept of corrective promotion that I talk about, in terms of movies and entertainment with dark skinned women. They tried to conflate that with black women on the news. Oh, is she dark enough for you, or does she fit? Is she fit enough? Does she fit your standard of corrective promotion? Is she model-esque enough for you, Chrissy? As if I ever said on my platform of almost 8 years now that I expect corrective promotion to be implemented on the news when showing everyday black women. Do you see how manipulative they are? You literally pull up a news clip and then you say, "Chrissy, is this corrective promotion for you?" Have I ever done that? Have I ever done that on my channel? Only thing I've ever done is show how they purposely highlight like black women. Like you remember one of those black women that were in bonnets and they didn't want to put on regular clothes to go in their children's school. And that black principal, had to come in and say, "Hey, she had to reinforce a dress code. She had to enforce a dress code." And even they talked. I'm pretty sure divestors talked about that too. I wasn't the only one who said something about that, right? But other than stuff like that, I don't just pull up random news clips where they're discussing black femicide and pick it apart, the black women on there and pick them apart and be like, "Oh, they're not, this is not corrective promotion." No, I never do that. So if you have to reach this high to like discredit my platform, if you have to lie and exaggerate this much, you don't have an argument. I already won the argument because you're lying now. You're just reaching. Oh, thank you, Beulah. She said your videos have saved me. Yeah, and so it's like, and it's also hilarious to me that they are mad about my corrective promotion concept when they themselves are quick to call the same black women on the news fat mammies. Quick to call them fat, quick to talk about their wigs, compare their looks to men, talk shit about their clothes and their hair and everything. But it's a problem when I suggest that we correctively promote and put our best foot forward. And see, what I notice is, right, black women hate to call a thing, right? Because divestors, everybody in the BWE space, they respond positively to a certain type of black woman who is representing them, right? But when I give language to it and say what it is, when I call a thing and I give language to it and I say, "Hey, that's corrective promotion," then it's a problem. Then y'all are trying to like use it against me. And it's just weird to me, which is as much as they call black women fat, I saw y'all calling me fat in the Discord. I see you talking about how much other black women weigh and how they look and how they call them N word with the hard ER bitches. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull that screenshot up. We got 1,200 people in here, so let's go ahead and look at some of these screenshots. Let's see here. See my screen here? This is a screenshot from the divested women who are coming at me. This is like a screenshot from their Discord. Can you read it? Look what they call this woman. Says, "Happy Monday, ladies. In case you are in need of some desperate N-word bitch shit, here you go. I aim to please." This is what they're calling you in their Discord. And see, that's why I say, like, really, this response is beneath me. Because how can you fix your lips to say that I don't care about black women when this is what you're calling them in your Discord? Y'all can't see it, it's blurry. Let's zoom in. Can you see it now? Oh, and there's a lot more where this came from. Yeah, this is Queen Divestor, right? In here calling dark skinned women. I guess she the colorism, whatever she said about colorism and dark skinned girls, I guess it triggered her. So she's like, here's some desperate N-word bitch shit. Yeah. This is what they're calling y'all. Mm-hmm. And we'll get more into the other screenshots later. Go ahead and you go ahead and screenshot if you want. It's not blurry to me, y'all. I don't know. It's not blurry to me. But you can go ahead and take your screenshots there. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird shit, y'all. It's weird. This is what they're doing. We'll share some more later. So yeah, y'all are fake as hell. You're in your Discord calling other people fat, calling black women ugly, calling black women all these names, but you're talking about my corrective promotion standards. Girl, stop. You agree with them too. You agree with them too. Based on the insults you dish out at other black women, you agree with them too. And to address the statement made about how divestors don't make repetitive videos like me and other black women empowerment channels, yeah, you do. Just like you talk about black femicide every week, and you use different examples to highlight black femicide, we're also using different examples about the same topics, whether they be colorism, hypergamy, leveling up, or whatever. So divestors, you're no better than anyone else on this platform. You're no different than anyone in this space. You just choose a different topic to focus on. And you need to stop being so obsessed with other content creators that don't talk about exactly what you want them to talk about. Be the change that you want to see and stop beefing with other channels because they don't sound like you. Because we're not going to change. We're not going to change for you. You're not going to bully us into silence or bully us into changing our platforms. If we want to talk about femininity, we can do that. And I notice, if y'all notice, right? Hold on, y'all. If y'all notice, divestors get really, really triggered by femininity content as well. Have y'all noticed that? And I think black women in general kind of get triggered by that. But they really get triggered. They really get triggered. Why do y'all think that is? Put it in the chat. Why do you think divestors get so triggered by black women talking about embracing their femininity and using their femininity to their advantage? Why do you think they get so triggered with that? Because they do bring that up a lot, and they try to like hit me with femininity talking points that I've never made. Yes, I curse, and I still encourage black women to use their femininity to their advantage. I'm doing both because I can do both. And I've always said, yeah, Chrissy can get ratchet. And I also believe that I believe in both traditional and shadow femininity. And I use both for various situations. And don't act like you never heard me say it, because you heard everything damn else I said in my videos. You quoted me verbatim in your last video. So I know you heard what I said about that. You hang on to my every word. You hang on to every word I say. So don't leave shit out to create a false narrative. Repeat it all. So yeah, it's very easy to see what they're triggered by. They constantly complain. What their two main gripes with channels like mine is the colorism content and the femininity content. Notice how much they mention femininity content and colorism videos completely unprovoked. They are super pressed by those two topics. Super pressed when anybody in this space speaks on those two topics. And I don't know, it's like they're insecure. They're trying to, it's like a projection. They're constantly trying to prove how they don't have to do anything to be feminine, but be a woman, because it triggers them when black women are presenting themselves in a better way than they are. That's what it is. It triggers them when you're a black woman who has a channel and you don't want to use the same language as them or describe black men how they describe black men. Or, like you saw on that screenshot, call other black women N-word bitches, right? An N-word with the hard R, that's very important because that makes it different, you know? I mean, you're deliberately trying to be nasty, you know, deliberately trying to be just disgusting, this disgusting human being, right? But yeah, it triggers them when they see other black women who don't conduct themselves like that on their platforms and in real life. That makes these women big mad. Carpathian Pixie says deep down they don't really believe they're feminine or worthy of being treated better. Yeah, I don't think they think they're feminine either. Not really, because they talk about femininity platforms a little bit too much. They bring up that shit more than I do. Now, let's talk about the other ways I heard these women trying to shame and guilt dark skinned women for having platforms. Um, and let me first say this. Okay. I have never said anything about wanting dark skinned women to completely replace other shades of women. I've never said anything about wanting light skinned women and brown skinned women to disappear and never get representation. I've said that many times on my channel. I've never said that African women look better than African American women. That's a lie. And these women know it. But again, they have to lie. They have to create a false narrative about my platform to make it look like it's something that it isn't. And it's desperate. But here are the things that they do, right? They will intentionally exaggerate, and they did this for sure in the last video. They'll intentionally exaggerate about how much we talk about colorism over here, how much we think about colorism and make it a part of our identity. They make it seem like we're just eat, breathing, and sleeping colorism. Have you noticed this is what they do? If you have a space for dark skinned women, according to them, it's all we ever think about, and we're consumed with it to the point where it's so debilitating and we're just so down and out. We're so down on ourselves. You notice how they really kick that up a notch when you notice that? Have you noticed that? And it's really just gaslighting. It's a silencing tactic, y'all. And I'm bringing it up to make you aware of what it is, so you know what you're listening to. Okay, these women literally make up stories to make us sound like we're miserable all the time when we're not. I just interviewed a group of wonderful black women, divested black women, carefree black women, hypergamous black women, living their best lives black women. A lot of you heard the series. So why would I be upset to see divestors happy and carefree? That's one thing somebody said. Oh, it hurts her so bad that divestors they don't care and they're so carefree. Let me ask y'all something. Do these women sound carefree to you? Do they sound happy to you? When you listen to their channels, do they sound like they're just living their best lives and nothing bothers them and they're just not angry? Because I mean, and when you compare the women on each platform, pound for pound, who sounds more divested when it comes to the followers, the supporters? I have more actual divested women who follow me than you do. That's the gag about it. And see, the issue here is most of you, you're not really happy. You're miserable. You're projecting. You're not really carefree, and you're harassing dark skinned women with the same exact shaming tactics that the manosphere uses. See, a lot of divestors on this platform are a lot like the manosphere, even though they say they're not. A lot like the manosphere. And one of the divestors, she said, "Oh." I feel so sorry for Chrissy because I couldn't imagine wanting to be loved by someone who doesn't want me, and I would be so miserable and depressed. And again, at this point, ladies, it sounds like projection. Cuz you listen to those divestors, they rage, they scream about black men every day, every other day. And then you listen to me, and who sounds more miserable and angry just by listening? Who sounds like that? And some of these women, oh, they'll say, oh, well, we're happily married and we're divested, but you're on here hollering every week about black men, literally for hours on YouTube. And then, y'all, I found out after they go live on YouTube, then they go behind the Discord and go live for several more hours. And these are married women. And it's like, where is your husband? They'll say, oh, he's asleep or he's, on the other room making tacos or whatever. Does that sound normal to y'all? Does that sound normal? Does it sound like happiness to you? If that's your life, beloved, you hollering and raging about black men and N word with the hard R and bullet bags and apes, if that is your life while your beta white male husband is in the next room, don't feel sorry for me, Bookie. Don't feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for yourself. And go get some therapy over that trauma you experienced with black men. I don't need your sympathy, beloved. That's not my experience. It's not my experience. So I promise you, boo boo, you don't have to feel sorry for me. I'm the last person you need to feel sorry for with the way I'm living, baby. And that's all I'm going to say. Because then y'all going to say I'm bragging. But no, you don't have to feel sorry for me, baby. But if you compare, just going off online behavior, right? These women aren't in any position to tell other black women that they're miserable. Y'all are not in any position to tell other black women that they're childish and they don't love themselves. You do not sound like you love yourself, boo. You don't. Not two people on the outside looking in. Oh, you know what else this bitch said? She told me I should bleach my skin. Did y'all hear her say that over there? Y'all hear her say that I should bleach my skin? And what's ironic about that is I actually came across an extreme divester who promoted skin bleaching. And again, this is not all of y'all. Because I got some, divestors that are logical and level headed. This is why I differentiate you guys and I call you divestors and I call them extreme divestors because it's a difference. I have no problem with just, normal divestors. So let's just make that clear. Yeah, girl, she told me to bleach my skin, girl. Mm-hmm. You don't think that you're beautiful, so why don't you just go ahead and bleach your skin? It's all projection because you don't like your skin. That's why you're in your Discord calling dark skinned women N word bitches because you don't like your skin. You don't like, and see, this is why y'all got to be careful with these women because how they feel about black men when they call them ugly and they compare their looks to animals. Do you really think they don't think that about you? I mean, honestly, do you? And this is not me taking up for black men because whatever. But honestly, let's just be honest. Let's just think logically here, right? You are the mothers of these black men. Y'all look alike. Do you think they don't feel that way about you? And you sitting over there with your dumb ass in the comment section. Oh, I'm a dark skinned black woman and I don't care about colorism when she's calling you ugly in her Discord. Like, get some self esteem. And y'all talking about is me with that doesn't have self esteem. And you're sitting under a woman's video that calls you an N-word bitch in the Discord. Look, y'all, I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. I don't know. I can't. I cannot. Telling other dark skinned women to bleach their skin and I'm the one that doesn't care about black and y'all. But you are a fool if you think when she's, talking about these black men dragging their looks, you are a fool if you think she don't think that about you. That's why she's always comparing y'all to men. Calling dark skinned women Wesley Snipes and shit. Yeah, yeah. You think I didn't know about that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I look, like, I ain't trying to tell y'all where to go. I'm just saying, like, If if you don't see it where for what it is, I don't know what to tell you. And see, here they are trolling. Yeah, Wesley Snipes. Call the dark skin woman Wesley Snipes, honey. This is what they do. This is what they do. But yeah, I love my skin, Buki. I never wanted to bleach my skin. My skin is beautiful. I don't have no acne. I'm blessed with that smooth melanin skin. I never in my life wanted to bleach. But there are women in your camp who want to bleach, though. There are women who call themselves divestors who have made videos promoting skin bleaching. There are women over there who do that. So you're talking to the wrong ones, hon. I don't call other black women who look like me N word with a hard R bitches for fun. Damn near 50 years old doing that in Discord. So I think we can see here who the real miserable women are in this scenario, Buki. Don't project your trauma on me, beloved. That's not my testimony. I created my platform to help dark skinned women love their skin. And guess what? I've done that by the thousands. So my results, my platform speaks for itself. Defunct magazine or not, I still help change the lives of thousands of black women. What about you? Y'all say I wallow in low self esteem and I make dark skinned women insecure, but my testimonials don't say that, boo. Now, a minority of dark skinned women who don't agree with me or don't like me, they don't count. Y'all need more people because the testimonials I get, the feedback I get says otherwise. And you say we look jealous and pathetic to everyone, and oh, you know how many videos there are about you and all this stuff. The whole 8 years I've been here, look, I haven't got the a fraction of the amount of videos that divestors get and talking about how self-hating and deranged they are. The 8 years I've been here, I haven't got those kind of videos. The videos about divestors and the extreme ones that been here for 2, 3 years, way worse than any feedback I've gotten on my channel. There are all kind of videos out here about extreme divestors who look and sound stupid. They talking about how you sound stupid, you're batshit crazy, pulling up screenshots from your Discord. I don't have videos from people like that about me. They said I was crazy because I broke down the skin tone spectrum on a video. And y'all don't think y'all look crazy raging against black men and using racist slurs on public platforms for shock value? You don't think you look crazy? Y'all are the last bitches to try to school anybody on optics and strategy and representation and how to present yourself online. You're the worst bitches. You're the weakest link in this sector. You make the whole sector look bad. But sitting there trying to school me on optics. Child, bye. I can't take it. Oh, Paris in the building. Hey, Paris. And you know, that's another thing. Let me find Paris. I don't see you, boo. That's another thing. Hey, Paris. Is that really Paris? Because you know, girl, I think that's her. Yeah. That's another thing they've been doing. They've been like trying to pit me and Paris against each other. Like, ooh, you let Paris surpass you, and you um oh, that's a fake account, is it? Yeah, I don't see the check mark. I think that's fake. Yeah, it's fake. Sorry. But shout out to Paris anyway. And let me say this, y'all. They try to pit her against me. They'll say things like, "Oh, um she surpassed you in subscribers and you let her take your spot." And I'm like, look, I'm not competing with Paris on that level. I appreciate that Paris can get the word out and go viral. Paris is queen of viral videos. So if Paris is a like-minded black woman and she's pushing the message and she's going viral and reaching so many black women and girls, why would I be mad at that? Yeah, shout out to Paris though. Block her, troll, please. Yeah, and she has nothing to do with this. I'm not trying to drag her in this or anything, but I'm just saying what they said about her. Like they're trying to like pit us against each other and make us fall out. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but it's like I'm not they're here to compete and beef with other content creators. I'm not here to do that. Have I beefed? Yeah, but that's not what my channel is about. So when I look at another woman who talks about colorism and some of the same things I talk about, and please believe we're two different people, we're not the same, but she does, we do overlap, our followers overlap. So, why would I be threatened by that? You want me to be threatened by that because that's how you are with other content creators. That's not me though. So yeah, it's like y'all have no legs to stand on. You are the absolute last people in this space that need to call anybody crazy. Talking about, you're a middle-aged woman who obsesses over skin tone, and you're middle-aged women, and some of you are senior citizens, y'all. There's like 60 and 70-year-olds over there, senior citizens who in there screaming like lunatics about black men every day, but trying to tell me about optics, y'all. Is your grandma doing what they doing over there? My mama's 76 years old. She about to be 76. I wish my mama would. I wish she would, or one of her friends. I mean, I ain't gonna do shit about it because I can't. That's my mama. But I'm just saying, I would be so embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed if my auntie or my grandma was over there talking about in black men, bullet bags, and N word with the hard R. Oh my God, that is so embarrassing. Ma'am, you have grandkids, ma'am. You have grown children. I can't. But trying to school me on optics, y'all. Trying to school me. Oh, you out here making black women look crazy when you got whole grandmothers out there. Oh God, y'all. It's crazy. This is off the chain. And one of the divestors said, we're gonna be here for a minute because like it's all coming back to me. But one of the divestors said, "Oh, if dark skinned women stop caring about colorism and stop being insecure, her platform is going to go away. So she needs to keep dark skinned women insecure." And actually, it wouldn't. My platform wouldn't go away because I don't just discuss colorism. I could go in various directions. I could do level up. I could do self care. I could do etiquette. There's always a lane for that. Always a lane for that kind of stuff. People always seek out that kind of stuff. People of all races. That's why over on my second channel, my femininity channel, which eventually I am going to revive, y'all. I am going to do it. But I have women of all races over there. So no, I'm not like, I know you want me to not be here, right? I know you want my platform to fail, but it's not going to, beloved. It's not going to. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can switch lanes. I can pivot into other stuff because that's how I set my platform up. Unlike you, I'm not a one weak ass trick pony. I can occupy other lanes like I've been doing. But you knew that already because, again, you're obsessed with my platform. You know what I do. You just want my platform to go away. You just want dark skinned black women to be quiet about colorism because it hurts your colorist feelings. Well, too bad. We're going to talk about colorism whenever we see fit. Deal with it. And something else they do, yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I don't even be doing colorism videos like that anymore. Have y'all noticed that? And according to them, it's because divestors. What did that bitch say? She was like, "Oh yeah, divestor because divestors read you. You don't talk about light skinned women like you used to." Um, no, I just don't have much to say. Divestors would never be able to bully me out of talking about light skinned women. Just like I'm talking about y'all colorist bitches now. So like why do you think that you have that amount of power to try to bully me out of speaking on what I want to talk about? Didn't I just do a video on Meghan Markle? Now what the bitch could be talking about is, I don't know if y'all remember the OGs who've been here for a while, you probably remember this. But back in the day, there was a light skinned woman who was obsessed with me, and she made a channel. It was called like Light Skin Love or no, started out as Light Skin Love. And then she changed it. No, started out as Light Skin Tears. And then she changed it to Light Skin Love. And like under those videos, it was just all kind of comments calling dark skinned women burnt, crispy roaches. And it was crazy. It was wild. So a lot of her talking points I did respond to. So that could be what she means by me, having more videos about light skinned women. Yeah, because they were on this platform harassing me. And see, I feel like y'all knew that, but you just kind of left that part out. Yeah, light skinned tears. Yeah, that was her name. Yeah. Yeah. And so, if anything, it was because she finally left me the fuck alone. And so I don't talk about her as much and what I saw over her on her channel. But it had nothing to do with like divestors, reading me so bad that I don't want to talk about like who do y'all think y'all are? What is going on? When have I ever allowed anyone in the last 8 years of doing commentary to stop me from talking about light skinned women and colorism? If I haven't allowed black men to silence me, what makes you think that you can? Yeah. And another thing they do, like, which this is part of the whole manipulation and what I really wanted to like for y'all to understand in this video, like ways that they manipulate and gaslight is very similar to how black men of the manosphere do. They'll exaggerate about how much I give a damn about black men, right? Oh, you need a black man to tell you you're worth something. You want men who are conquered, and if you leave black men alone, you won't care about colorism. And they do that kind of stuff to trigger black women and shut them up. It's like black men who say, "Oh, you can't get a date, and that's why it's stuff like that." So they're pulling straight from the Manosphere Handbook, straight from the Manosphere Handbook. And actually, when I was watching their live, right, I saw somebody in the chat and she was like, what she say? She was like, well, Chrissy actually says she doesn't deal with black men anymore, right? But see, they know that, y'all. You don't have to go over there and um tell them that. They know it. Oh wow, wait. Let's see. This is what I'm talking about. Favored and Grace says another divestment YouTube channel, not the one you're talking about, had two mods dox me and threatened to call my real life job. Yeah, well, we got look. I ain't gonna pull up all the screenshots because I got a lot of them. Um, but I have proof that somebody sent me like a text or a message on my website. And they admitted to being in the Discord where they were doxing people. That's another thing they do in that Discord. They dox black women. There's one screenshot on Bum Bitch Alley of them following a popular BWE channel and taking a picture of her from the back, posting her whereabouts. You don't know who's in that Discord. It could be all kind of weird black men in there, posting her Discords, following her. Oh, this is such and such. You don't like this girl, but you're posting pictures of her in a retail store. This is what these women are doing, y'all. Yeah, weird. This is like, and this is what I'm saying, like, this is the type of shit that the Manosphere does. They literally stalk black women in there. They stalk black women content creators. They harass. They false flag. This is what they do. I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. But I just want to finish my point about how they will exaggerate on how much you care about black men to try to shut you up. Because I saw, the comment over there and they were like, oh, she doesn't deal with black men anymore. But y'all don't have to defend me on their platforms. They know that. What they're doing is they have to paint the narrative that any dark skinned woman who mentions colorism for any reason is still dealing with black men, is still in Blackistan, right? They have to do that because that's the only way they can have an argument. That's the best way. That's the best thing that they can do to try to shut you up, and it works. It works on a lot of y'all because you start thinking, oh, I don't want to look insecure, so I'm not going to say anything. And what they do, they always make it about black men instead of acknowledging that we focus on other things. We focus on prioritizing our image. We focus on corrective promotion. We focus on burning the cape for colorists who are not black men too, but also, the colorists who are not black men. And so, but they don't want to acknowledge that because then they would have to admit that other women like them are also colorists. So that's what it's about too. They would have to deal with the fact that light-skinned women, like some of them over there, if we talk about other forms of colorism from other women, then they wouldn't get a chance to undermine us, right? So it's a competition thing there too. They're trying to maintain the hierarchy, even though they say it's just in Blackistan, they still want to maintain the hierarchy, right? They still don't want dark skinned women to say anything about colorism or prioritize their image, even though they do that as light skinned women. The whole thing they're doing right now, they say that colorism is a Blackistan issue, but the whole thing they're doing right now on their platform is upholding the hierarchy, but in a divested space. And I don't see how y'all don't see that. That is what they're doing. And so, they're narrowly focusing on black men and they're using black men to shame us into silence. And a lot of her dark skinned followers are falling for it. But that shit don't work over here, Buki. So you can try again. I'm not in Blackistan. I don't deal with black men. I don't care about them promoting or choosing dark skinned women. I do assume that all black men are colorists. And you heard me say that. But you skipped over that part to paint whatever narrative you're trying to paint about my channel. Anything I say to dark skinned women about prioritizing their image, it benefits them first. Does not have anything to do with black men. Dark skinned women should still advocate for themselves, divested or not. Just like y'all divested light skinned women are advocating for yourselves over there right now, while trying to act like your platforms aren't colorist as fuck when they are. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to advocate for ourselves. Because it's funny how they say, oh, our channel is for all shades of black women. We don't do that colorism stuff over here. But you're over there gaslighting the hell out of dark skinned women. You're over there pretty much coddling light skinned women, promoting skin bleaching. Like, what, y'all? And some of the dark skinned women, again, are over there tolerating it. But then again, I will say this: I expect nothing less from some dark skinned women, from a lot of us, because Blackistan has conditioned you to tolerate colorist abuse. You don't see it when it's right in front of your face. So they're doing nothing but just, creating that same environment where dark skinned women are shook and can't mention colorism, but just in a divested space. That's all they're doing. And notice they get real triggered when I point out something a mixed woman or a light skinned woman did to shade black women, like they did in that video when I brought up the passport bros in the last live stream. Yeah. I'm being told that I'm perpetuating colorism and making Jim Crow rules because I told dark skinned women to put themselves first. It's ridiculous how much these women exaggerate. Yeah, that's what they do. Oh, I'm creating Jim Crow laws. I remember a long time ago, the light skinned woman was comparing me to Hitler. I can't say the word. Comparing me to him, y'all. Yeah, this is what they do. Hmm. Yeah, and my last video was about the passport bros. I showed where that Brazilian woman waiter was showing off her hair for black men. When she took her hair down and she kissed the black man's forehead or his bald head. And I pointed out in that video, I said she's flexing on y'all. Probably because a black man hyped her up about her hair. And I laughed about it. I told y'all they flexing on y'all. So stop caping for these women. That's what I said. And we know a lot of Brazilian people are colorist. But when I said that, oh my God, the divestors had a meltdown, y'all. Let me tell you what y'all they said about this Brazilian woman. Oh, she's a beautiful woman with beautiful hair. You couldn't handle her showing off her hair. You're so insecure. They made it seem like in the last video, and I want you to go watch it for yourself in the last live stream I did. But they made it seem like I was just breaking down and in shambles, honey. Oh, is the real Paris here now? If she is, hey boo. Um but yeah, they was like, "Oh, you're so miserable." I mean, they made it seem I was laughing about that shit, but they made it seem like I was in shambles about this woman's hair. And you want to know why they made it seem that way? Because they were triggered about what I said. Either because they themselves are mixed with a similar phenotype as that Brazilian woman, or they were just over there caping for and coddling mixed women. So what they had to do, they were projecting, and so they had to make me appear more pressed than I was about it. Okay, the real Paris is here. Hey, love. I don't know why I can't see you. Let me see. Um, I don't know. I'll see you again if you comment because I can't find it. The comments are moving kind of fast. Yeah. So no, it wasn't Paris that they saw in person. But it is dangerous for her too, because if they see her in person, they're gonna be taking pictures of her. Oh, okay, here she is. Paris says, "Yes, it's me now. Sorry about the troll derailing the chat." Yeah, I mean, it's not your fault. Yeah, push a P. Hey, boo. Yeah, girl, they trying to pit us against each other. That's what I was talking about earlier. When I love me some Paris, we had our issues in the past, but we overcame that, and we're good. Like I would never be threatened by Paris's numbers. I love that she goes viral. Go watch her last video, by the way. That's a good video. And I'm sure that the numbers on that is already crazy because that's how Paris does. So I'm not hating on Paris. Y'all are. Don't be trying to make me a hater of Paris when I'm not. But yeah, girl, I'm telling y'all, they were like, it's crazy. Oh, the girl said, yeah, that's what she said. She said, "Oh, I'm making my subscribers fragile and disgruntled and angry all the time." And again, this is coming from women who are angry all the time and way more fragile and angrier than the women in this space. So what is the real issue here? Like, why are you mad that I'm making black women aware of a Brazilian woman flexing on them and informing black women who may not have known about their superiority complex over in Brazil? The only reason I think some of you would get upset about that is if you want to keep dark skinned women in the dark about this shit. I can't think of no other reason. I don't know, maybe because you're so afraid of looking like haters to black men. They're conquered, right? So why do you care if we look insecure to them? Because you're obsessed with them. That's why. And y'all wonder why I tell you to look out for these colorist women because look at what they're doing. I'm not unhinged for putting dark skinned women on game when it comes to y'all. Telling black women to bleach their skin and to stop caring about colorism altogether just because, oh, it's all about black men and they don't want you know. It's about your colorist ass too. And I'm not unhinged for pointing it out. And listen, if you think ladies, if you think the colorism topic is redundant, if you listen to us and you get depressed or you think colorism is a foregone conclusion and it's a stupid topic, fine. But you don't get to tell other black women on this platform what to talk about. And I find it funny that you're mad at me for saying, hey, you may want to, some of y'all may want to watch what you say on these public platforms, but you're trying to control my whole goddamn channel and its subject matter. You're not my supervisor, ma'am. Remember when you said that? You're not my supervisor. You don't get to tell me what to talk about. Especially if you fly off the handle when I just say, hey, maybe we shouldn't say the N word with the hard R on public platforms and call black men bullet bags on public platforms because of how it makes black women look. That's what their whole issue is, y'all. Ever since I said that, like, it's been crazy. They've been dragging me for filth. And oh, and another thing, y'all also don't get to tell dark skinned women what we should and should not be satisfied with promotionally. And I had to tell y'all this before. You don't get to tell dark skinned women what we can accept in terms of promotion. If we aren't satisfied with a photo shoot in a magazine, we can say that. If black men or white people are misrepresenting us, we can say that too. That's how we've been getting better promotion, by the way, better commercials and stuff from saying what we want and complaining about what we don't like. That's how this works. We're not begging. We're doing what every other group does when they feel misrepresented or underrepresented. And if changes are done and progress is made because of, how we react to certain representation, if it benefits black women, why do you have an issue with that? That's the real question. And that's what's so strange to me about some of these women. A lot of the changes we're influencing benefit them. And that's it. It's like you say our commentary hasn't changed anything promotion wise, but it actually has. What about your platform? What have you done as an extreme divestor on the internet talking about bullet bags and apes all day? What have you done to contribute positively to the black woman's image? Don't worry, I'll wait. Because I don't see you helping black women's image at all. You're actually making us look crazy. You're talking about how I'm not solution based, but you're raging every single week. And beefing is not a solution, love. It keeps black women in a perpetual state of anger. And you claim that's me, but honey, it's you. It's you. And divestors, when I pulled out the systemic colorism study, I wasn't referring to you. I was referring to a certain black feminist that threw shots at me and insinuated that I never bring up colorism studies and I never talk about systemic colorism. And I told her to catch up. So that wasn't about you. I'm not sure how y'all didn't know that. Yeah. So, now I wanted to talk about the manosphere because they keep talking about my past in the manosphere. It's been an hour and 18 minutes. Do y'all want me to talk about that first or bring up these screenshots? It's not that many screenshots, but I have a lot of them. I'm not going to show all of them. What do y'all want first? Do y'all want me to talk about the manosphere, my past in the manosphere and SWP, or do you want me to bring up the screenshots? Screenshot. Oh, y'all want to see? Y'all messy. Oh, look at y'all messy. Talking about you don't like beef. Y'all in here messy. You see what I'm saying? Y'all love this shit. Okay, let's bring up the screenshots. All right. Yeah, just messy. It's ridiculous. Okay. Y'all already saw this one. And for those who didn't, this is where she's in her Discord calling a dark skinned woman who I guess was begging black men, about only dating dark skinned women, which is a bad look. But, she was in here calling her a desperate N word bitch, N word with a hard R. So this is how she's referring to dark skinned women in her Discord, right? Now, where is my arrow? Wait. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me go forward. Oh, is this the okay, that's why. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay. Oh wait, hold on, y'all. I don't know if I have the right screenshot. Is this it? 1 second, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this is it. No, 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 no. Why do I have two screens up? Hold on, y'all. Ugh, that was the wrong one. One second. Okay. Okay, so this is an email that I got on my website of through the contact form. And I'm just going to read this. This is just to kind of set the precedent for these other screenshots, okay? Yeah, no names. And for the people, for the mods here, do I need to mod somebody else? Do I need to do that? I don't know. Okay. So this is from a woman who was in the Discord. See, I didn't mean to show this one first, but fuck it, we'll go with this because I brought this one up because she admits that divestors are doxing people. Okay, and she's saying, Chrissy, you said a couple times through previous videos about divestors being colorist. I'm trying to understand how divestors are colorist when they claim they're for all Black women. While I believe a lot of these divestors are not for all Black women, because I've witnessed it myself when they dox other Black women that give dissenting opinions. I was doxed by a popular divestment channel. She says, not the channel, a certain channel. I'm not going to mention the name, and she says, a lot of the divestment audience are dark skinned Black women, assumingly, and I'm trying to see how they are colors. So hopefully this person is listening and you heard everything I said in this video to understand how they are colorist. But I pointed this out. I highlighted this and took a screenshot of this because she's admitting that she was doxxed by a divestor. So this just goes to show you how some of these extreme divestors get down. They're doxing people. Okay, this is one. Another person who sent me an email to my website, and she says, hi Chrissy, I listened to your After Dark live Saturday and I felt bad because I was a member of that Discord that you mentioned. I want to formally apologize for taking part in some of the childish nasty behavior towards you. So she's admitting what they did in there, right? And she said, everything you said about these women is right. They're childish mean girls who nitpick anyone who does not worship white men and subscribe to their ideology. I finally left after 6 months of hearing them bash other Black women over the slightest thing. It's no sisterhood. More misery loves company. I love your channel, Chrissy, and have been a fan slash supporter for over 5 years. And I will say that your message has been consistent over the years. Although we don't agree on everything, I respect your voice and it is much needed. Keep the haters mad. I got this earlier this month, right? And so, and I feel a little bit type of way because knowing how they dox people in there and how nasty they are to me in there, I do feel a type of way when you were there for 6 months and then you got out and you're like, oh, I was wrong. You were right when the damage is done. I do appreciate you for having the courage to apologize, but it's still, you still sus. You still sus because that just shows me how quick y'all can change, how quick you can change. And it's like, you know, I've been on here for damn near 8 years and you allowed somebody to come in that's only been on here 2 years, not even 3 years, to take you in a space and literally drag me for filth and say what I don't know what they were doing in there. So it's like, it's just like the apology, I just don't know because that's a lot. Yeah, 6 months you sat there. Right, right. And so this is a wait, did I pass one? Oh, okay. So let's get into this. So this is a video, right? Because they'll say, oh, the screenshots are fake. They were doctored up. They're not real. You forged the screenshots, right? This is an actual video. And see these, and I don't have to send a mole in there. These are people who are ex divestors. They were in your Discord and they left, and then they come back to me and tell me what you've been doing. So it's like, I don't have to send people in there. These women are exposing you on their own. So this is a receipt of one of the divested woman we're talking about, her platform, a woman in her Discord false flagging my channel. Let's watch this video. And what's happening here, they're searching for the video. So it can come up and she can show me in real time in the video. So it wouldn't just be a screenshot, so I could really see it. Okay, here it goes. This is when I was live and she recorded herself flagging my video. So having a child. That was my voice when I was live. I don't know if did you guys hear that? Yeah, flagging my video over and over and over for harassment and bullying, all just because you don't like me. Exactly, it's giving obsessed. This is obsessive behavior. I don't have a Discord where I'm allowing my members to flag you, to false flag you. I don't have spaces like this doing this to other content creators. And you wonder why we keep responding to these women. So yeah, let's just watch it again. This is her Discord. She's searching for the video. This apparently was posted on December 15th, last month. And they're probably in there false flagging me right now, y'all. They're probably in there now false flagging my channel. So having a child. Yeah, this is what they're doing. And they want to say that I'm obsessed with them. That's the whole thing about it. And I've been sitting on this for a minute, y'all. And this is why I don't say a lot. I keep a lot to myself. So it's like, if y'all want to keep going back and forth, there's more where this came from, baby. Yeah, this is weird. It's very weird. So let's move on to the next one. This is somebody in the chat or in her Discord, Apple Juice, right? Screenshotting my community tab, keeping up with all the drama that's going on in BWE. Oh, we don't watch your channel. We don't think about you like that. Your channel's dying, it's stagnant, but you're posting when I make community posts in the Discord. You're keeping tabs. You're keeping up with everything that we do. And she laying it out. Oh, this is what's going on, y'all. Yeah, and in their Discord, my nickname is Crybaby Silhouette Shadow. Yeah, that's my nickname. That's my nickname in there, Silhouette. Yeah. Mhm. So they're taking screenshots. Here's one. And this one she just says, "Shut up, nigga." So I don't know what the problem is, but she's reposting my community tab post. Shut up, nigga. And then this one down here says she be laid up with apes. And then Lethal Beauty says nigga bitch. Yeah. So they get triggered just anytime I post. Like and I don't know what else is it. It could be so much more than this. I got other receipts, but it could just be so much more. Who knows how often they're doing this, y'all? These are just the stuff that's sent to me. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. This is stalker shit, right? That's a stalker behavior to me, if you ask me. It's different, like, people just sharing your videos. Hey, check this out. But it's like you're obsessing over me just to call me names, posting my stuff just to call me names and flag me. It's weird. Here's another one. Incoming mess report. The girls are on Chrissy's page talking. And see, they say we don't matter. They say we're just YouTubers and we're not that important, but they talk about us all the time. No, these ain't bots, baby. These ain't bots. This is real. And I don't know how with Photoshop or forge a video. I'm not that technologically savvy. Okay, I don't know how to do that. So I don't know how I would do that. Yeah. So do y'all want to hear? What do y'all want next? Y'all want me to? Because I want to talk about a little bit about the manosphere. Y'all want to hear about that next, or you want to hear a little bit of the interview I did with Rampaging Chipmunk? I'm not going to play all of it, but Rampaging Chipmunk is the guy that they said I was pretending to be in my comment section. He's a white guy who said something about the divestors. Do y'all want to hear a little bit of that? It's not edited, so I'm not going to play all of it. I'm going to post it for members and patrons. I'm still pondering on whether I should make it public or make some of it. I know I'm not gonna make all of it public, but I'm still like trying to decide if I want to make all of it public. Okay, so here we go. Y'all said y'all want to hear Raging Chipmunk. Let's pull up the video. Um. Can y'all see? And look, y'all, this how long this video was. We talked for almost 2 hours about divestors in the manosphere. It was a good conversation. So y'all got to hear it. And, I don't know much personally about this white man. So I'm not like, promoting him or saying that he's the best white man ever. Look, they said he was fake. And so I'm just here to prove that he's real. And while I got him on the phone or on a private live stream, a private one-on-one, I asked him some questions because why not? Like, you're here, so let's just make this content, let's just make this an interview. So yeah, here we go. Let's play some of this. Hi, Chipmunk. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this for me tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. Anything to help.
Yeah. So, I know your screen name is Rampaging Chipmunk. Is that?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
would you just like me to call you Chipmunk?
I mean, my real name is Zach. I mean, if you want to call me that, that's fine.
I
know it's kind of an unwieldy nickname, and I don't mind putting my actual first name out there. I mean, that's no big deal.
Okay. So I'll call you Zach. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to put your comment. Okay, this is the screenshot that the divestors read, and they said that, oh, that's just Chrissy in her comment section pretending to be a white man. And he says, Chrissy, I do definitely agree that the divestors seem to not think through how their rhetoric makes them look. I'm a white guy, and I think that divestors come across as nuttier than squirrel poop more often than not. I'm glad you stay logical and draw a clear distinction between yourself and them. On this screen. Well, let's start with the intro first. Hello, everybody. So, we are here with one of my supporters that goes by the screen name Rampaging Chipmunk. His real name is Zach. And we're doing this video because recently he left a comment under one of my live. Oh, Zach is in the chat. Hey, Zach. Y'all say hi to Zach. Y'all can't hear? The volume is all the way up. Streams. And here is the comment you see on the screen. And he commented under a live stream where I briefly responded to some of the extreme divestors about their take on Chef Way. And they responded saying that Rampaging Chipmunk was not a real person and that I was pretending to be him and that I was speaking for white men. So I decided to bring him on so I can prove that he is a real person. And I figured, hey, well, since I'm going to have him on here, I should also ask him. Y'all are asking where the audio is from. I had a private live stream with him last night on my channel. This is unedited, so I'm going to edit this down and take out the parts that don't need to be there and re-upload it for members and patrons. I'm going to upload the whole thing for members and patrons because he said some really good stuff, and I may release a preview that's public. I'm still deciding on that because Zach, I just I'll talk to you about that privately. Okay. Let me continue. A couple of questions about his views on the space. So, Zach, thank you so much for being here and putting the rumors to rest and giving me some of your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. I just can't believe that they thought that I was like an old account of yours, because like you just click on my account, it says like I think it should say like joined 2012. So like, okay, you've had 11 years running alternate account that like occasionally pops up in your comments that you're using. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. And the thing is, I've seen you before in one of my live streams. Weren't you just in a Chris? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say the. I'll put it on the Neptunians level on for members and patrons. The After Dark not too long ago.
Yeah, I've actually basically, and this might actually help to add a little bit of context too, is like how I actually stumbled across your channel and the kind of greater BWE space as a whole. So it started back in like honestly during lockdown in 2020. So I'm gonna stop it here, and I know y'all are mad, but I'm gonna stop it here because I gotta edit it down because he says a lot. He says a lot of other creator names and all this stuff. So that's all y'all get for now. I am going to edit and upload it for Neptunians, members and patrons. Okay. Because we talk about the manosphere, we talk about divestors, we talk about everything. I'm sorry, but I can't let y'all hear it unedited. I can't. No, I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to like keep you guys on edge, but I can't. I can't. Just stay tuned, and I may do release a public preview for those who can't become a member. But only the members and patrons are going to get a full video of the full interview. Only members and patrons. Yep, Neptunians. Okay. And look, y'all. The only reason I did this is because the divestor said that he was not real. Had it wouldn't have been for that, he wouldn't be on my channel. Y'all know I'm not into like bringing men on the channel, right? I'm not into bringing men on the channel. That's not my thing. This is a channel for women. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to tease y'all. This is a channel for women. Y'all said that was childish. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm real funny acting about who I bring on. That's why I'm still trying to decide if I want to make even 10 minutes of it public. I don't know. I might bless y'all. I might not. That's all you get though. But just know we talked for a very long time about the manosphere and divestors. Yeah, he's 29. He's young. He's younger than me. Okay, I might give y'all a nice little maybe 10-minute preview, 15 maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give y'all a nice little preview publicly maybe, and really like pull out some strong talking points he made about the manosphere and the divestors, because I think that a lot of black women need to hear it. So I will probably make a preview. I will. But if you want first access to the whole thing, you have to become a member or a patron under the Neptunians tier. Those people are going to get it first. Somebody said at least 10 minutes. I got y'all. And look, whatever I release is gonna be like good. Like whatever the y'all know I'm good at these previews, honey. I'm good at these samples, okay? Whatever I release is gonna be like a good snippet that really has some good information in it. So don't worry. Don't worry. But as you can see, the point is he's real. He's not fake. He's a real human being. I didn't make him up. Okay? So moving on from that. Because there are some other things I want to cover in this channel or in this video. Um, let's touch on this SWP stuff. Once again, because I've already talked about this on my channel, and I think this is a good segue because me and Zach did talk about the manosphere and stuff. And, when I first came out and I was pro-black and, pro-black community, I did attach myself to some of the wrong people, and SWP was one of them, right? And the divestors keep using this as like, ooh, a gotcha moment. And you used to talk to SWP. As if like they act like I'm running from it. When I've talked about it several times on my channel, the videos are still up. But what's strange to me when it comes to this particular divestor that did this 2-hour live stream, almost 2 hour and a half live stream about me, what's strange to me is that you're not telling people that you knew I was cool with SWP in the beginning. You knew I switched from being pro-black to pro-black woman. You knew that his subscriber unalived Asia McGowan, and you were still donating to my channel. You still haven't given an explanation for why you were donating to my channel. You still haven't given an explanation that makes sense anyway. The fact that you used to be on my channel super chatting, it doesn't show that, I used to support Chrissy. It actually shows that you're a fake ass bitch. Because see, you had no issue with my colorism platform and my old affiliation with SWP back then when you were super chatting. But as soon as you couldn't feed off of me, it was a problem. As soon as I critiqued divestors, it was a problem. And if you really are trying to say that I have a connection to the man who deleted Asia McGowan because he followed SWP, then why did you ever have your ass on my channel? Like I said before, that is a serious accusation. And if you felt that way, I should have never been supported by you from jump, period. And then she said, oh, well, you said you didn't like our delivery, but you overlooked SWP's rhetoric. And I overlooked yours too, bitch. In the beginning, I overlooked what you were saying and how you were making black women look bad. Which is why I had no problem shouting you out when you were super chatting me. I told people to subscribe to you and everything when you came to my channel. Pussy popping in the super chat. But just like I saw that SWP was problematic, just like I eventually came to that conclusion, I came to that conclusion about extreme divestors. Same shit, Bookie. It's not hard to understand. Yeah, melanated thinker, we taking it way back. We got to take it way back. And see, what I really think is that these divestors, they don't really think I had anything to do with Asia McGowan. They don't think that. They're using a story like that, like they do with other black femicide stories, to manipulate their audience and shut me up because they don't like my colorism content. It's sick. And y'all know damn well I can't be blamed for Asia McGowan no more than you can be blamed if one of your friends had, followed someone, a YouTuber or something, who did something crazy. Like, it's a dumb argument. And one of the light skinned girls said, and this just goes to show you how manipulative they are and how they're using black woman's death to justify their colorism, right? One girl was like, "Oh, well, after being a part of Asia McGowan getting killed, who's a light skinned woman, Chrissy should be ashamed of herself for running a platform that criticizes light skinned women. She should have more empathy because of what happened to Asia McGowan." As if me criticizing actual colorist light skinned women or prioritizing the image of dark skinned women in the media means I hate light skinned women and want to see them dead and don't care when women like Asia are unalive. Do you see the manipulation they're doing when it comes to their followers? It's sick, y'all. It's sick. Asia McGowan and my platform is two unrelated things. And it's just sick how these women are intentionally conflating those situations to make me and other dark skinned women seem like these evil women who just have so many vitriol or how much so much vitriol against light skinned women. It's colorist and it's disgusting. And like I keep saying over and over again, when I was cool with Sarge, I didn't even know about that story. But regardless, it's a weak argument and it's a reach. But like I said earlier, y'all have to do that because you have nothing else. You're desperate to get one up on me. You're desperate to shut me up and other women who talk about colorism, but you're not going to shut us up. And like I said, you only look phony because you were super chatting somebody you say is partially to blame for a black femicide that you claim to care so much about on your channel. You didn't bring that up when you were super chatting me, baby. You didn't bring none of that up until I critiqued divestors after y'all have been critiquing my channels for years. That's another thing. Y'all always critique colorism content. Oh, we don't need to talk about colorism. Oh, the divestors would always say this. Oh, fuck her magazine. Oh, fuck femininity. All this stuff. I critiqued them one time about their delivery and all hell broke loose. And then all of a sudden, SWP and Asia McGowan. But you wasn't saying none of that when you was sitting there donating, trying to poach subscribers from my channel. Look, y'all, if you thought a person took part in committing a crime against a black woman, would you be in their super chat to get views and to get support from their following? Would you be doing that to a person that you really thought was affiliated with a black femicide story? Huh? You're not telling the truth, baby. You're not telling the truth. Don't tell me about imposters and posers in this space when you're doing shit like that. Furthermore, you're a light skinned woman behind a dark skinned avatar. And that's another manipulative thing she did. She ain't that dark. She's not as dark as her avatar. And we know that because you posted your picture in the Discord and it was posted to Bum Bitch Alley. So we know what you look like. But she used the dark skinned woman avatar to like get y'all to it's really manipulative, y'all, what they doing. Like, and if y'all don't see this shit, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if y'all don't see it, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see the games. I don't know. Cause there's nothing more imposter than that. And like I said, you were doing it just to get subscribers, just to grow your channel. And all it shows is that a lot of y'all really do care about this YouTube shit. Even though you swear that you don't, you really do care. You swear, oh, we got real jobs. We don't care about this YouTube shit. We don't care about being popular. You always saying YouTubers ain't shit, but you're pressed about what we're doing on our channels. You and the people in your Discord are posting about us almost every single day. You look like you care a lot about this YouTube shit. You look like you care a lot about popularity. And that's why y'all stay bringing up our subscriber count. That's why you stay talking about how many views and how much engagement we get on our channel, even though when we don't even bring that shit up. But y'all swear y'all don't care about YouTube. I heard one of them bitches say, oh, your page is stagnant. Chrissy's page is stagnant. And she said that because I guess my engagement under the post, the community tab post I made about divestors was low. You want to know why the engagement is low under there? Because I'm not a beef channel like yours. That's why. My subscribers hate beef. They hate when I do these videos, unlike your subscribers. So they don't flock to stuff like that. And honestly, that's a compliment to me. When my subscribers just don't immediately, ooh, 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 I can't wait till you drag these bitches. I can't wait till you read them. No, my subscribers are classy women and they were under there like, Chrissy, ignore these bitches. Come on. This is ridiculous, Chrissy. Stop responding to these bitches. You're so much better than them. Move on. That's what my subscribers are saying. So that's why the engagement is low. They don't engage with stuff like that. They hate it. And yes, y'all are a beef channel. I know it triggers you to hear that, but that's what you are. Most of your content is beefing with other Black women about what we post on our channels. Look, I have over 700 videos. A tiny little bitty fraction of those are beef videos. Ma'am, the divestor who made the 2-hour video, what percentage of your videos are beef videos? What percentage of your videos are going at other channels? What's the ratio, ma'am? Because I guarantee you it's probably like you probably got, I don't know, 90% beef videos. I promise you it's probably that. And I don't care how many people I've beefed with on occasion in this space. It's normal to have disagreements. But if it's 90% of the time, then yes, bitch, you're a beef channel. And just because I beef here and there, it doesn't make me a beef channel. Sorry, we're not the same. You are a beef channel. That is how you grew your channel. And what you do, you sprinkle in Black femicide news clips in the middle of your beef to cover up the fact that you just came in this space to beef. That's what you do. It's manipulative and it's phony. Yeah. And then they said, oh, they tried to only focus on content, which you told on yourself right there. Oh, we tried to focus on only content. We tried to just ignore the beef. We tried to not beef, but yeah, you had to try to focus on real content because you regularly engage in beef with other content creators. That's why you had to make an effort to do that shit because you don't normally do it. And you say, oh, we were focused on real content, but guess what? You started throwing shots again, so you got a response. Deal with it. If you don't want a response from me specifically, get back to the content, stop throwing shots, and you won't be mentioned. That's how this works. Because I told y'all, as long as they keep throwing shots at my content, I'm going to mention them. I may not do like whole videos like this about them, but they're going to be mentioned and shots will be fired in other videos. Yeah, I'm going to work you in some type of way because you're not just going to say what you want about me and never get a lick back. That's not how this works. Notice, I don't say anything about divestors unless they throw shots at me or the type of content I make. Nobody gives a shit about the divestors who are minding their business and being happy, carefree divestors, the real divestors. I don't talk about them. I talk about y'all because you stay hating on other people. And they because they are obsessed with me so much, they also were like, "Oh, Chrissy, she abandoned her channel. She doesn't even post as much like that." And again, that's an indicator that one, you're obsessed. It's an indicator that you're obsessed, and it's also an indicator that these bitches are online all day, all night, either on YouTube or in Discord. So when they look at a YouTuber like me who doesn't upload on a regular basis and who's not always online talking about nakers and mammies, you think that means I abandoned my channel. I didn't abandon my channel. I've been doing private content. I've been doing, lifestyle series. I'm about to finish that and wrap that up and post the last of those videos and move on to other content. Like, I have a business outside of YouTube and other shit to do. That's why I'm not on here as much as y'all. I didn't abandon my channel. I just have a life, Buki. I keep saying Buki because I keep hearing like people say that, and I think it's just so funny how they say it. They be like, "No, Buki." Yeah, you know. It's like I got shit to do. I didn't abandon my channel. And see, you noticed how much I post or how less I post because you women are obsessed with what I'm doing and what other content creators are doing. Even as you say that we're nobodies, you're obsessed with us. You're always talking about us. It's weird. And I just feel like, because they stay, oh, YouTubers ain't shit. Y'all ain't nobody. Y'all don't have, it's YouTube fame. It's not real fame. You're right. We're just YouTubers. So why are we so triggering to you? And I also heard a bitch say, oh, y'all never held any positions of power. So it's the blind leading the blind, and y'all can't roll with the big dogs. Okay, ma'am. Well, if you're so powerful, because that's what you're insinuating, why haven't you made all these strides in regards to black femicide on the political level? Why haven't you gotten any legislation passed for that? All the years you've been online, since you're that girl, why don't you have nothing in place for black women on that since you care so much? Y'all got enough people. You don't need an army to make noise if you have big dog connections. And we don't, right? And let's not talk about the blind leading the blind, honey, with the way y'all are leading the charge on making black women look like a bunch of radical maniacs and shock jocks on the internet while trying to school somebody on optics. Bitch, please. I'm about to get ghetto. This is crazy. And let's get up on this Chef Way stuff, cause dang, it's been a minute and I still ain't even talked about that. Y'all done got me going. Y'all done got me. Get the likes up, damn it. Cause y'all got me in here for 2 hours. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. They wasn't supposed to get this much time. But fuck it. We here. We here. Like the damn video. I'm giving y'all content. Shit. So anyway, Chef Way, right? Chef Way is the prosecutor that just resigned from the Harris County DA's office in Texas, right? And again, if you don't know what happened with Chef Way, go watch the last two live streams on my channel to get all the details. But in a nutshell, the points being made by divestors is that, oh, the way we responded to the Chef Way situation was over emotional, and we look like a bunch of women who tried to destroy a good educated black man and his career, and because he made some past mistakes that he apologized for, and we're turning him into a victim in the eyes of other black people. I mean, that's what this bitch said. Like, she is pretty much giving a virtual blowjob to this nigga. Seriously, she was virtually sucking this nigga's dick. But this is a woman who claims to be divested, right? And she was all like, "Oh, well, how y'all responded wasn't strategic, and y'all should have just stayed silent and not said anything because you look petty, you look vengeful, you look spiteful, and you look crazy." And first off, again, I have to keep saying this. I find it so comical that divestors of all people are calling somebody overly emotional, but you have complete and utter meltdowns when someone mentions you for 5 minutes. It boggles my mind that they think they don't look over emotional. It boggles my mind that they don't think that they appear to lack strategy with the way they present themselves every single time they go live on their channel. We're not strategic, but divestors are. We don't understand optics, but divestors do. If you understood optics, why don't you know, ma'am, that calling black men bullet bags and apes on public platforms like Twitter and YouTube and even Discord, why don't, because people are finding it and they're screenshotting it and sharing it. Why don't you know that that's a bad look for black women? Are y'all really trying to school somebody on optics with the way you behave on Beyonce's internet every damn week? And so when you think you're trying to school somebody on looking objective and being strategic, nothing you have done on your platform thus far has actually proven that you know how to do that. You look crazy trying to drop some kind of game on online etiquette that you haven't even mastered yourself. You trying to school people on marketing and promo when the divestment brand looks like trash right now. 40 and 50-year-old women on the internet throwing tantrums when they're mentioned and calling names and using racial slurs like high schoolers. Girl, sit down. Sit down. I'd rather take the credit for trying to cancel Chef Way and leading the quote unquote witch hunt, as you call it, against Chef Way than being compared to the most gutter black men of the manosphere by all races of people. All races of people are comparing y'all to them on TikTok and everywhere else because you want to use racist slurs for shock value and make black men mad. I'd rather be known for trying to get Chef Way fired than that, bitch. Colorism commentators look better than you on your worst day. So I'll gladly take the credit, boo. You're the last bitches on this platform that can tell me anything about strategy and good representation when the weakest link and the wackest representation for black women in this space is you. And they also said, "Oh well, Chef Way, his PR will paint him like somebody who turned his life around, and black women, y'all just gonna look bitter and spiteful." And my response to that is, we're gonna look that way to who? Black men? Because that's the only people you could be referring to in this situation. Chef Way, he lost his endorsements, white owned endorsements, at that. So you can't be talking about white people. And I will say Chef Way did not get fired, so it's not a total win. Nobody said it was. But he was forced to resign, and he lost several endorsements due to us taking a stand against colorism. It wasn't a total win, but it was a step in the right direction. And the point is, no black woman should take issue with that or feel like black women look bad because of that, because most people did not see Chef Way as a victim. The only thing that didn't happen was the white woman DA did not fire him, but the rest of his colleagues forced his ass out of there. Who do you think he mostly works with? White people. So if white people got on one accord for the most part to take away his endorsements and forced him to resign because he was a bad look for them, then who exactly did we look spiteful to? Black men are the only people y'all have to be talking about because white people, minus his white woman boss, saw him as the problem, not black women. So who are you really saying dark skinned women should look good for here, ma'am? Nakers. That's who. Let's be real. You care what they think, and you're saying that you don't want to look bad to them. And you're saying that we're obsessed with them, but it's you. Your logic boils down to how you will appear in the eyes of black men. And you just want them to think that black women don't care about colorism, even though this man was in a position of power that could have harmed a black woman. But you care so much about looking bitter to black men. And that's why you said sweeping colorism under the rug is better than looking like a bunch of bitter, hair hatted hooligans. That's what you said using manosphere language. But you claim that that's better than trying to ruin the life of a so-called good black man or educated lane. You're worried about walking into some narrative when the best thing for black women was for him not to be in his position. And yes, the standard is getting colorist black men fired if he's in a position of power over black women, as it should be, as he should be fired. That is the standard. And like I said before, white people do that. The JEWSs do that. They do this all the time when somebody speaks negatively of their group. And public opinion so far says that Chef Way was the problem and black women were the victims in this situation. The odds were in our favor in this situation. And y'all actually have a problem with that? The math ain't mathing. Y'all actually have a problem with him being canceled online? Really? And in one breath, they're saying, oh, well, everybody knows that dark skinned women, you're going to forget about it in 2 weeks and forgive him. So they don't take you seriously. And then in the next, you're saying that we're going to continue going after him until his PR team makes him look like a victim and the tables get turned. Well, if we move on after 2 weeks, then that means black women as a collective aren't going to keep going after him long enough to make him look more like a victim. And I looked under his apology on Twitter and on Instagram. And there are plenty of black women who already done forgave him, y'all. Did y'all look at some of them comments? Yeah, with some black women like, oh, we don't believe you, but there were black women under there who forgave him. And so, as a collective, we're not actually going to end up like looking a certain way. If anything, we're going to end up looking too forgiving in this situation, like we always do. If he somehow comes out and redeems himself, right? Black women, we're way too forgiving. Everybody knows it. And Chef Way doesn't look like a victim to anybody, divestors. The only people he looks like a victim to is y'all. That's it. Nobody thinks that man is a victim right now. And look, I agree. If you say we don't show enough consistency on getting colorists canceled, I agree. And this is why you shouldn't take issue with platforms that encourage that consistency. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really understand like the problem they have with platforms like ours. Cause what they think we should do, like, we're basically like, you know, trying to do that. And then on one hand, they'll say, "Oh, well, if y'all don't show the same amount of energy, nobody's going to take you seriously." And on the other hand, you're telling us to shut up about colorism. So which one is it, bitch? Damn, y'all not making any type of sense. And yes, there are many times where we should move in silence and just ignore the bullshit. But this wasn't one of those times. And see, they know that. Y'all know that. But because you're in some weird competition, with other content creators, you just find problems that aren't there. And oh, something else they were saying was, oh, y'all, we know the real motive that y'all have for going after Chef Way is because he's not married to a dark skinned woman. It's his Asian wife, and we look jealous, just like black men say y'all do. And I'm sorry, but are we supposed to not like black men who hate dark skinned women or not? Like, I'm so confused by this. Like, are we supposed to hate them or not? Isn't that what you're trying to get us to do? They don't choose you, they don't like you, so you shouldn't like them. So when we don't like them, then oh, y'all look jealous. And like I said, I've heard the same women get up on their channels and complain about black men and their preferences as well and say some of the very same shit we say on this channel. So if the goal is to look so unbothered to black men, sweetie, that's not what you do on your platform. Nobody believes that you don't care about who black men are sleeping with. You're the only ones who think you actually look unbothered. The act is not working. Black men and everybody else listens to you extreme divestors and they think you're bothered. They think you're still concerned and consumed and invested in black men. The only people who don't think that is you. And to address the asinine point that was made, saying that how if we stop black men from being colorists out loud, what did the bitch say? She said, "Oh, we're going to increase the single motherhood rate." She said if we try to stop black men from publicly disparaging dark-skinned women on platforms like Twitter, then we are going to increase the single motherhood rate because black men will pretend they aren't colorists and black women will still have sex with them and get pregnant by them. Ma'am, uh, do y'all see the logic here? Like, I don't even know where to I don't even know where to start. Ma'am, there are many other ways for black women to recognize when a man is colorist. He does not have to say it. Men, and let me tell y'all something about men, and I said this before, men can't hide when they are colorist. So it's going to come out one way or the other. If they don't say it, they're going to show it. Men cannot hide who they are physically attracted to unless he's just really good at lying and he's a sociopath or something. But as a collective, men are not good at hiding that kind of thing. They're not hiding because men are very visual. So they're not good at hiding who they're attracted to. So just because we're stopping black men from being, publicly disparaging and disrespectful to dark skinned women on public platform does not mean that we're not going to be able to tell if they're colorist or not. That doesn't even make any sense. The solution, and see, this is why my platform is necessary because this has already been covered, Buki. This has already been covered. Yeah, this video staying up because people need to hear this about these women. Unless they flag it down, because they probably in there flagging, child. They probably, I don't know. But yeah, the solution is not for us to just allow the colorist abuse of dark skinned women and girls to happen on public platforms and subject them to that harm because we need black men to say it out loud so we can know. That doesn't even logically make sense, especially when you're telling me that simply acknowledging colorism makes dark skinned women have low self esteem. So let me get this right. So if me acknowledging colorism makes black women have low self-esteem, then tell me, divestors, extreme divestors, what does it do when black men are violently colorist towards dark-skinned women on social media? If me just bringing up the word colorism is giving dark-skinned women low self-esteem according to you, then what does it do when men like Chef Way get up on public platforms and violently disparage dark-skinned women? Do you see how this doesn't make sense at all? So men like Chef Way should have the freedom to say what they want about dark skinned women, even though it contributes to the problem. But colorist commentary can't exist for what you say does the same thing to dark skinned women. Do y'all see how dumb this logic is? This twisted ass bird vester logic. And this is why I say that no, you bitches don't have the range for this conversation. And I meant what the fuck I said. You don't have the range. You don't. And then one of them had the nerve to say, "Oh, she doesn't care about black girl babies because she didn't defend Lil Kim's baby when 50 Cent attacked her." Y'all, how many videos have I done defending black babies against colorists? How many times against colorist women, black women sometimes? How many videos have I done defending black babies against colorism? But because I don't do one video about 50 Cent attacking Lil Kim's baby, I don't care about black girls, ma'am. Please go find a better argument because now you're just reaching for anything. You're just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks at this point. And then, do you want colorism commentary or not? Because on one hand, you're like, she didn't make a video. And on the other hand, you're telling me to stop making videos. Bitch, what do you want? What do you want from me? Tyrese voice. What do you want from me? Like, I don't know what you bitches want. I guess I can speak on colorism against babies by black men, but I can't speak on it when black women are the culprit or when light skinned women are the culprit. I can't speak on colorist light skinned women. I can only speak on colorism against black babies by black men. That's the only thing I can say. That's the only thing y'all want videos on, right? Got it. Got it. Well, guess what? You ain't gonna get it though, bitch. You ain't gonna get it. Cause I say what I want on my channel. I say what I want. And something else is, see, I didn't get personal about anyone in my last live stream, but bitches got personal with me. So the gloves are off. Okay. One of y'all said you think I might need to lose weight. But bitch, you sound like your titties is sitting on top of your neck. You sound like I said earlier, you sound like you got a piece of Wonder Bread stuck in the back of your throat. When you sound like that, you kind of revoke your right to roast somebody, okay? With your ghetto country sounding ass. Have y'all ever heard somebody that sound like they breath stink? That's what this bitch sound like. Talking about, and you need to put the snacks down. And bitch, what? You sound like your titties is stuck in your throat. Then your queen, she sounds like a chronic smoker, a hard butch chronic smoker at that. You need to put down the cigarettes, ma'am. You need to put down the hookah. And since you brought up pictures, I saw a picture myself of one of y'all. And I saw the purple lips. I saw the Poetic Justice shirt. Even though I thought that was a Blackistan movie, I thought y'all didn't do Blackistan movies. Because Tupac, that's a naker. That was a naker. And you got on a Poetic Justice shirt. That is one of the most Blackistan movies ever. But you a divestor, though. And yeah, I won't get too petty about that. I'm just saying I peeped it. I did peep it. And I also peeped some of the members from your Discord and their pics. And some of them are not sin women. So, I think we should just leave the personal shit out of it because, there's some heavyweights in your Discord, ma'am. There's some big bones in there, okay? We saw them. We saw them. We saw them on Bum Bitch Alley. They're being sent to me. I got stuff that ain't even on Bum Bitch Alley. While y'all in there posting pictures that you think is me, yeah, I got yours too. Mm-hmm. And see, this is why you got to be careful on who you try to dox and out, because the same thing is being done to you. And when you have over 220,000 subscribers, people are going to send you things. So I got a lot that I haven't even released, y'all. I'm sitting on a lot of stuff. And I'm not threatening you or anything. I'm just saying, like, I know. Niggas know. We know. We know. So let's not do the personal shots. Let's not do that. And you talking about, oh well, we don't want to be associated with you. You got on the internet and said you like polygamy. And these bitches, they're so slow. They don't understand the difference between polygamy and polyamory and being polyamorous and polycurious. They don't know the nuances. They don't know the differences. And they also don't seem to know that white people engage in that too. They just think it's a black people thing, so whatever, but they don't understand. You got to work with them. They special. They special. They on the short bus. So they don't know the difference between them kind of things. Right. But we see y'all in there. We know a lot of y'all in there are homeless. We know a lot of y'all in the Discord are sex workers, which, hey, I ain't gonna come down on the sex workers. But if you share dick for a living, then I don't think you can say anything about me being polycurious. I don't think you have the right to do that, ma'am, when you're sharing dick for money. I don't think you have the right, boo. We gave you your walking papers. We gave you your walking papers a long time ago. No, Buki. I critiqued your delivery. Then you had a meltdown on a live stream like you did recently. But before that, again, you was pussy popping in my super chat trying to get my followers. Never forget, bitch. Hashtag never forget. You was there. You were there. Yeah, I don't understand. Like these bitches talking about, oh, they're so professional and they're so corporate level, but are online talking about how they were madams. Ma'am, like, oh my God, Jesus. What are we doing here, ladies? Like, those in glass houses cannot throw stones. Stop throwing stones when you in a glass house. How you gonna have 50, 11 bodies and you sharing dick for money and you're talking about me being polycurious? How does that work? And you're on in and I got the screenshot. I ain't gonna pull it up, but I got the screenshot of you in there talking about, oh, I think Chrissy's a sex worker. And then one of them was like, don't lump that bitch in with us. We escorts. They bragging about it, honey. They in there like, yeah, Chrissy's beneath us. She ain't the type of sex worker we are. We the good sex workers. We the high level escorts. That's what they said. I don't know. I don't know. No, we gonna sit on some more. We gonna release these gradually. Because we got to save something for if we do another response. We got to save it. We got to save some of them. Oh my God, this is hilarious to me. Talk about I have a weird obsession with black men, but y'all don't have one. No, nobody on here thinks it's weird to be married to a whole ass white man and be on YouTube and Discord for several hours at a time raging about black men. Y'all don't think that's weird? Any logical person would question the quality of that marriage and relationship. Could y'all imagine if I was doing it? And that's another thing, y'all. We bigger content creators, people like me and Paris Milan, we can't get away with this stuff that y'all let divestors get away with. We cannot do it. I guess because we're bigger channels, but could you imagine if I had a private Discord and I was calling dark skinned women N word with the hard R bitches? Could you imagine if I was doing that? I would be canceled a million times over. Y'all, I would be canceled for that. Y'all would not tolerate that. Y'all would not tolerate that from Paris Milan. So it's crazy how much they get away with in this space. But yeah, nobody cares about, divested, carefree women. Nobody wants, to see y'all unhappy and downtrodden and, so upset about colorism because we're not over here. I know you try to paint that picture, but we're not. And I have the receipts to prove it. I have the women, the well accomplished women, the actual divested women who are doing the damn thing. I have the receipts in the interviews. So I attract a certain caliber of black women to my channel. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I did those interviews, right, with black women, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to go because it's been too damn long. But when I did those interviews with black women, real divested, carefree, happy black women, married interracially, some are, some not, you know, um, and they would say like, "Oh, I love your channel, and I even watch you when you beef with people." And when they said that, I would just a feeling of embarrassment would come over me because I know the type of people that watch me. And so for me, this kind of content is actually embarrassing. Even last night when I was interviewing Zach, and he was telling me, how my content really opened his eyes about colorism. And, we were going into detail about it. And he was saying how he binge watched my videos. It does make me feel a little bit embarrassed that I'm stooping down to your level, but I'm with the shits. So sometimes I just have to get it out. Sometimes I just have to get ghetto. But really, though, overall, it is embarrassing because, and I told Paris this, like, what we do here is so much bigger than us, right? It's so much bigger than us. And, when we talk to these people and we see the comments and we see the testimonials, we realize that, this whole divestor babble and what they're doing is really it's a loud minority. They are a loud, dangerous minority because what they're doing, which is why I'm exposing them, but they really are a small voice in the bigger picture. They really are a small factor in comparison to all of the thousands of people we've helped. And so I pride myself on having a certain caliber of women who follow me and a certain caliber of just people in general who follow me. And I pride myself in knowing that I can just be like, hey, can you come on for a conversation? And they come on, and it's actually an intelligent person and somebody with a lot of knowledge and somebody who's articulate and well spoken and logical and level headed. That says a lot about me. Like attracts like. I attract who I am. And so when I have to get down in the mud for a minute, it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to me. You know how embarrassing it is to try to explain to people in my real life beefing on YouTube? You know how embarrassing that is? My mentor be like, girl, this is stupid. Like she hates YouTube. She been wanting me to quit. She been wanting me to quit YouTube. She's like, you don't need YouTube. You don't need it. Why are you still doing this? Like she is appalled. She hates this shit. She thinks it's so dumb and so stupid. It do be embarrassing, Kaya. It is. And so, that's why I try not to make my channel just a whole beef channel, even though I'll be wanting to go back and forth, but like I can't keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'll get petty every now and then, but I prefer to make real content. I do. And I just want to say to the people who follow me who really don't rock with this content, but you still rock with me and you still support me and you understand that it happens sometimes. Thank you. And I appreciate you for your support. I really do. I really do. Nene says, Chrissy, we need you. Stay with us. Oh, no, ain't nobody running me off YouTube. The minute I leave YouTube, it's because I want to leave. It ain't going to be because bird vestors ran me off. It ain't going to be because, look, if the manosphere hasn't gotten me out of here after 8 years, almost 8 years, the divestors ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to run me off. I'm not going to let anybody run me off. And see, this is why I say that sometimes, even though it's petty, even though it's embarrassing, sometimes it's necessary to do this just so people can know that you will respond and you are with the shits and you will defend yourself. Sometimes you have to defend yourself, ladies. Sometimes you have to. And, I really do appreciate y'all. I do. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. The interview with Zach. Look, I gotta release the life. What do y'all want first? Do y'all want the lifestyle series, the last of the lifestyle series first, or do you want to interview the interview with Zach first? Because I still have one more video to edit for the lifestyle series. There's two more left. I'm done editing one. Have to edit the second one because I wanted to release them at the same time because they're part twos. Um, Black Women Talk says either. And you know, really what I want to do, I'm gonna tell you what I want to do. I want to release the rest of the lifestyle series first and then the Zach interview because I kind of just want to be done with the lifestyle series and move on and then get into other stuff. And Zach can be like the start of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so that's what I'll probably do. So if you don't want to subscribe or become a member, a Neptunian, um, until I post the Zach interview, just check out make sure you check my community tab often and I'll post on there when the Zach video, the interview is up. Bree, who is Zach? Girl, listen from the beginning. Zach is Zach is rampaging chipmunk, the guy that the divestor said was me pretending to be a white man in my chat. I reached out to him. He contacted me back and we did an interview. You know, I wanted to prove that he was a real person. That's what I did. And we did a whole interview talking about the manosphere and extreme divestors and colorism. And we talked about a lot of stuff. So, you know me, I'm gonna make lemons out of lemonade. This beef turned into some really good content for me. So I guess I should say thank you to the divestors. Thank you, Buki. I'm sure they'll try to, you know, disqualify Zach. They'll be like, that's the we don't want that white man anyway. We don't want him. He a dusty white man. We don't want that man. And he probably a SJW white man. No, white men are listening. Logical, regular, normal white men are not gonna fuck with you, ma'am. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. So, you know, and you know what? After Zach, I'm like, maybe I should bring some more white men on. What y'all think? Maybe I should bring some more non-black men on an interview. Fuck it, shit. I'm in interview mode. It's actually pretty fun. Maybe I should start bringing more non-black men on. What y'all think? Cause they're here. They watch. Look, divestor, you done started something. You done gave me some ideas. Good, and watch them go back and copy the idea. Right? Watch them start bringing on white men. But they claim they're not influenced by me and other content. Some of y'all said no. Some of y'all say yes. Yeah, I'm real kind of funny on bringing other people and men, especially on my channel. You just, I don't know. Amara says, "Come on, Chrissy Winfrey." Yeah, I really like interviewing. I didn't expect to like it this much, but I'm enjoying it. I really am. Kaya said once a year. Yeah. Oh, they should bring on their husbands. Ooh, that would be good. Like the women who follow me bring on their husbands. Oh yeah, that's actually a better idea. Who came up with that idea so I can credit you? You should do one slam dunk interview, then go back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay. Yeah, I'm not it's not gonna be consumed with just videos and interviews with white men and non-black men. It wouldn't be that. Yeah, my content will never be consumed with interviews. After this lifestyle series, honey, I'm taking a break on interviews and I'm doing other content. Cause baby, I'm telling you that took a lot out of me. Do you hear me? I did not expect this project to be this long. And you know, YouTube is like my side job. It's like a part-time job, so I don't always have time to do this. And so, yeah, I like the idea of bringing the husband. Yeah. Z says, I think it would be interesting for you to interview some mixed men and get their perspectives. They be lurking in our spaces too. Yeah, they are here a lot. I do see them in the comments. I definitely see uh mixed men and light skinned men in the comments. Yeah. I don't know if I want to bring them on though. I don't know. I don't know. Because I see as a content creators, I see all the ways it can go left when you bring in other people on, and I've seen the ways it backfires for content creators. So I don't know if I want to make a habit of that. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I've never been particularly interested in speaking with mixed men either. On at least on the channel. No, I don't. Uh-uh. Well, anyway, let me get my black ass off here. Y'all ain't got me. Yeah, see, this is what y'all do every time. Y'all always keep me on here all night. The video's staying up. You can listen to the playback. Check out the receipts. Like I said, it's more where it comes from, where that comes from. Yeah, so sometimes you have to get in the mud, but we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming very soon. You know what I didn't do? I don't even think I have it. Oh, I don't. I don't have my. Oh, here it is. Yes, I'm gonna play my outro. No, I don't actually. Oh wait, where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna play my outro. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Uh, if you want to become a member or a patron, Neptunian, to hear the interviews, the lifestyle series, the upcoming interview with Zach, make sure you check out the links in the description box. So thank you for listening, and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye.
If you like my videos, be sure to join this channel or my Patreon to get access to exclusive content. Hear realistic level up advice from me and other women with real world experience. The links to join are in the description box. Please like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the video.